Hey now, I shot an update video, but thanks to Jake, he just tells me that the update video sound cuts out. But listen, more importantly, I want to do another autograph analysis video at my horrible attempt to catch up for lost time. And the next person is Biz Mackey. Biz Mackey, again, 2006 honoree with many other Negro Leaguers into the Baseball Hall of Fame, way after he passed away. Mackey was known really at the turn of not the turn of the century, the 20s and the 30s. Spent a great amount of time with the Newark Eagles, maybe better known for that than anything. He was manager of the Newark Eagles in 1946. When they did a poll of the greatest catchers in the history of Negro League baseball, the Pittsburgh Courier actually named him and not Josh Gibson number one overall. I think Josh Gibson was the greatest hitter, maybe power hitter in Negro League history. But in terms of catchers, it was Biz Mackey. He had a lifetime average of over 300. They just thought he was a phenomenal person. And I mean, Roy Campanella basically was his protege. Roy Campanella would always say that he was the greatest catcher he ever saw, like in his lifetime. A matter of fact, I want to share a quick photo here. I'm going to share my screen right now. And this Biz Mackey right here on the left was with Roy Campanella at the Roy Campanella night at the Los Angeles Coliseum. There's a lot of famous pictures with Pete Reese's rolling him out in his wheelchair. But Biz Mackey was there as well. Probably the last known photo of Biz Mackey to exist. So Biz Mackey's autograph. I'm going to go back to my screen right now. Biz Mackey's autograph is there's a lot of debate what a Biz Mackey autograph, not what it looks like. So we'll talk about why. There's a lot of Biz Mackey autographs out there. Unfortunately, you can't buy one, or maybe you can. So for once, this is going to be very rare. I'm going to skip the PSA database. And the reason why I'm going to do that is there's only 2 autographs listed on the PSA database, and both of those we're going to look at shortly. So I'm going to share my screen one more time again here. Let's take a look at the autograph, not necessarily analysis, because it's really tough if one even exists. So I'm going to share my screen right here. And what I really want to do is I want to start not right here. Let me find out right here. So if you go, the Newark Library has the Newark Eagles collection, and it has a lot of very rare autographs in it. And this is a fascinating story. Effa Manley, owner, Hall of Famer, only female in the Hall of Famer. When she sold her house in Newark in like the 1970s, the person who bought their house noticed that she'd left a file cabinet in her basement. And in that file cabinet were all the correspondence, letters, contracts from the Newark Eagles. So the good thing is, I guess more good than bad. So the person at the time discovered this and donated them all to the Newark Library. Now, this information now you can get online, like we're looking at right now. About 20 years ago, I actually went to the Newark Library and took pictures of a lot of these. So again, Biz Mackey, Raleigh Mackey, which is his given first name. There are quite a few, probably like 10, 15 autographs. I say quite a few in the archives in the Newark Library. And this is what it looks like. It's a kind of a rudimentary nature autograph you can see right here. You see that loupe right there. I mean, that's pretty telling. And the K sticking out like that. That's one autograph version of it. If you look at another, we're going to get to that in a second. Here's another autograph. And again, the K is a little different. It's a very rudimentary nature. It is an autograph. He could write his name. He could sign his name. But as you could see, I mean, and this is a good autograph right here. Here's another one I took. This is a signed contract. Again, you can see that little M right now. This one, actually, I shared with myself way back in 2012 when I visited the Newark Libraries. But again, this one is online. So that leads to a couple of interesting things right here. So, okay, I'm going to close this right here. So this autograph right here last sold in 2016. I remember when it sold for $6,250. Now, Ron doesn't think this is a good autograph. He says it's too rudimentary in nature. He doesn't sound like that. But if you look, I mean, the M does loop like that. I mean, if we look right, now it's gone. So look at the M right here and the M right here. It's pretty close. Like we know this is good right here. And the M goes down like below and the M sort of loops in. I mean, it's very basic, but like, again, this is very basic also. I mean, this K, again, it looks very different than, let me see if I have it right here. Looks not very different than this K, but there are different versions of his K. Is this real? Is this not real? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's such a tough autograph. I mean, even if I had the money, I wouldn't buy it right now. Now, another autograph I want to show right here. This autograph sold last month for, hold on, I think it sold for like $2,400. I remember offered this. I was offered this exact autograph for $6,000, and it says cut with signature removals. And one of the removed signatures you can see right here, it just says Mac Catcher. It's now I've seen this autograph in real life. It's very, very faint. And again, this K versus this K is a little different as well. And again, I know what you're thinking. This is very tough to see. It is very tough to see. It's very tough to know if this is real or not real. I don't know the history of this autograph at all. All I know is it sold for recently, and PSA passed it. But again, we've known that PSA, all the TPAs have passed bad autographs. Is this a bad autograph? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So we talked about this. We talked about this. We're going to skip this. We talked about this. So Sotheby's in like 2007 had this really cool Japanese auction. And so they had a couple of Mackey autographs I want to show off. The one we just saw, it had 2 Mackey autographs in it. We just looked at the one that sold for $6,000 last in 2016. It came from this collection. Another one, and again, is this real? This is from the 1932, again, Philadelphia Royal Giants tour Japan. Andy Cooper, if you go back and watch that, he's right here. Now, again, is that a real Andy Cooper autograph? I don't know. I mean, this was passed as real. You can see this Mackey right here. Again, this comes from like the same one I closed it, but this Mackey C. This is a different Mackey, and this is all script. I don't know what this sold for. If someone wants to go in and look, they can. But again, there was this baseball also, which is low. This is on the PSA database, along with that Mackey photo. Again, it says this is real. Now, is it real? I don't know. I mean, it looks so odd that I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's not real. So does a real Biz Mackey autograph exist that you can buy that I would buy? If money were no object, I say, Frank, you can go out there and buy a Biz Mackey autograph, unless the Newark Library decides to sell some of their letters, which there's no intention to. I will never own a Biz Mackey autograph. It will always remain one of the 50 autographs that is not in my collection. And that is it with Biz Mackey. Again, a great catcher for the Negro Leagues. Upset I don't have his autograph. But we're going to move from him to the only father. That's not true anymore, is it? Yeah, it is true. May not be true much longer. But the only father-son duo in the Hall of Fame currently. The father was born right here in Michigan. So that's it for now. I'm going to try and film another video probably this week and before Memorial Day. So as always, keep collecting.